Happy Aloha Friday, everyone, and welcome to my Tais at Sunset. I'm Tai.
I'm Mai. Happy Aloha Friday. It is Pau Hana.
It's Pau Hana.
It is.
Yeah.
I have been working my butt off all day long, and I am so ready to just sit still and do nothing.
What have you been doing all day?
So you know how there's like spring cleaning? I'm really late for spring, but
oh dear.
I am cleaning, and I actually have a motivation because my daughter has a friend coming from college, and she's going to stay for a week. So I'm like, oh my God, I got to clean my house.
Yeah? It's out with the old, in with the new, or not in with the new?
Yes.
So,
but here's the exciting thing is because she's been here before, just like you have. And you and I get to think of like a whole bunch of ideas that we would do if you were visiting. Like all the things. So let's finally get our itinerary of awesome adventures that we would do that we can pass on to these young people to go and have
I think also
the best Hawaii travel experience.
And I think our listeners would be interested out there to know like what might be open and also what could you do that's safe still. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's just say magically I was on a plane and going to Hawaii. Mm-hmm. What would I want to do even though I've lived there?
Because you've lived here, you know like all the things that you want to do. And all the things you want to try. So one of the top things that I said, since she's coming in a few weeks, peak summer, you got to come and have fresh local fruit that grows here. Mangoes grown here in Hawaii are different than mangoes coming from anywhere else.
Mexico.
Yeah, especially Mexico. Mm-hmm. Our avocados too. Our avocados are like butter. You got to try if you can get
they're a lot different looking too. They're huge.
They're giant and they're creamy and it's just crazy. Yeah, you got good mangoes, good avocados, lychee grows here. It's different looking than what I've seen in other places. Papaya, strawberry papaya if you can get it on the Big Island for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's my favorite. And apple bananas. Apple bananas from any island.
Apple bananas. I do miss those a lot. Haven't had a good apple banana in a while. Okay, I think fruit and is a really good suggestion. Of course, this person's coming from where? California. I'm assuming. They have, you have to go to the beach. You have to shell pick a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, pick shells.
That's a plus. Waimea, Waimea Bay. Mm-hmm. That's the best place to go. I think, have some shaved ice.
Good shaved
wherever
ice,
you want to go. You could go Island Snow or you could go to Matsumoto's.
Why do you say shaved with the ED? Like past tense shaved.
Because it is shaved.
But we don't say it like that. We say shave ice.
I know, but it's actually shaved already.
Well, I know it's shaved.
So it's like post-shave.
I'm going to pull out the pigeon. It's shave ice.
I think you guys say it so quickly. So there's a lot of like pigeon words that are sped up.
Yeah.
Like how's it? Like you're just skipping the how apostrophe S-I-T.
How's it?
You just put it all into
what?
How's it? Fast and furious.
Is the difference with Hawaii locals is that we lengthen our sound of our vowels. So when you hear me talk, I lengthen the sound of my vowels.
This is true.
So I go and or hey.
I'm sure we'll hear that more.
Or aloha. You just let it drag.
It's very much dragging out now.
Well, especially with Hawaiian language, it's very vowel heavy. It's like 20 vowels per word.
Yeah, there's a lot of vowels in some of those words.
You got to sound them all out.
It's like ooh, ah. Yeah. You got to just practice. You just got to, do like the My Fair Lady exercises, A, E, I. I watched that. Remember I mentioned that in the podcast, like I had watched it a couple podcasts ago, and I was like talking about the beautiful costumes, but I remember when she's doing the vowel practice like exercises, so it makes me think of the Hawaiian language too. A. So, yeah. But, the cuisine, I mean, I really enjoy a like sunset drink at Rumfire because it has the great view. You can do that in the Moana Surfrider, but I think Rumfire has a better view because you can see like Diamond Head and all of Waikiki Beach.
Rumfire Sheraton, yeah.
Yes.
And can't you also see the fireworks on Friday nights at sunset?
I think so. I'm not sure it's at the Hilton, but I don't know if you can see it from the Sheraton.
Because I think the Sheraton is like the far corner, and then it's Halekulani.
Right. But you can't see the Hilton Lagoon from there, and that's where the fireworks are. You know where the best view of the fireworks I've ever had is the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center parking garage on the top floor. Unobstructed, awesome view. I remember when I moved there and I had a free rental place before I started my job, the fireworks would go literally off outside my window.
Wow.
Like I could see them and I see them explode. And you know how there's always a delay in sound? So it explodes and then boom, But I would hear it almost every night. And trying to sleep with that going off outside your window is horrific.
Why every night?
Yeah. But I think before the budget cuts and all that and the pandemic and everything, I think they had it like almost every other night. It's a touristy thing, right? The fireworks.
I think the fireworks
are
literally
every Friday.
It's only on Friday nights. Unless
there was something else
different
must
hotel
be going on
that was doing it. Unless you were there.
Could be.
You might have been there doing Chinese New Year.
I think. Oh, you know what? I did move there in February, so yeah, that could have also been part of it.
Could have been it.
But it was fun. So definitely Waikiki, doing a couple restaurants down there that I thoroughly enjoy. Rumfire is good for drinks. I wouldn't say for food. They do have some garlic truffle fries, though, I will say. I remember one time I was driving on the H1 and I was like, hey, Siri, where's the best garlic truffle fries? Or where can I find garlic truffle fries on Oahu? And she said something like, girl, you don't need no truffle fries. Like something.
Wow.
It was really sassy. Like I got a sassy answer back. She said something to I can't find truffle fries on Oahu and you don't need them. I just felt like she was just being really sassy. I don't know if I was spaced out or something, but my friend who was in the car said, I think she was sassing you a little bit. I can't find that. You don't need it, bitch. And I'm like, okay, fine. Being judged. But I do remember Rumfire was a really great place. I was picking up my friend Tommy from the airport and I brought him to Rumfire the day he landed. Make sure you get a nice lei,
a lei of
welcome,
course.
Right?
Always want a lei.
Oh, love. And then, we talked about Shelby. So you should have days, go to North Shore for the day, but come back before traffic.
So trip to the North Shore.
North Shore.
You want to leave.
Yep.
Definitely, after a school rush. You don't want to be out there anytime before 8:30. And maybe 9.
Oh, I used to get there at 8 a.m. and it was fine. I went to the vintage coffee shop that I get a really good parking spot behind where Matsumoto's is. They redid that whole shopping center.
Yeah.
And they have really great parking behind. So we parked there and we hung out and had breakfast. They have a great breakfast sandwich at the coffee shop in the corner. It's Hawaiian Coffee Company or something like that. It has the lady sipping coffee with the hibiscus in her hair. I don't remember what the name is. But you should go there in the morning. That way you have a great parking spot. You're in North Shore. You can walk over to what's that beach right there? I always forget what that beach is called. Where that surf shack is.
That's Haleiwa Beach. That's in Haleiwa town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great place to rent a paddleboard if you don't have one.
It is tons of turtles. I was so surprised when we did that. Tons of turtles. They were everywhere. We were paddleboarding in turtles. And it was amazing. And
so you could do that, or you could. That's the best place to start, and then go to Waimea and everything. Sunset Beach, Sharks Cove, Turtle Bay. You can go to Turtle Bay Resort. You can have a day there.
If you did that on a Sunday, Turtle Bay was known for their Sunday brunch.
There you go.
Yeah.
You just have to plan it, right? If you're going to go to a certain area of the island, you have to make a day of it because of the traffic, because of the planning and all that stuff. I go west side, I go to NANAKULI Beach, I hang out with the locals. Most people don't want to do that, but that beach is amazing.
You like NANAKULI more than MAKAHA?
I like NANAKULI because it has that big when the tide is up. Remember that big wave that would come in when we were doing the paddling races, and it was like super scary.
Yes,
but also fun because you would get like shells and stones stuck in your pants and whatever.
Because you get tumbled. You get tumbled when
you get tumbled hard.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I like going out there too. The Disney resort is always fun for me because I like to, go to the spa there, have a day, eat character breakfast, whatever. But there's like really good. Monkey Pod Kitchen is a fantastic restaurant.
In the West Side.
West Side, yep. Right across from the Disney resort. There's a shopping center. You get great parking there if you get there, during a decent time. They got an ABC store right on the corner, but Monkey Pod Kitchen, you need to make reservations if you're going to go there. Sit out on the lanai and then listen to live music. They always have live music. It's very good.
My favorite golf course, I think, out there was MAKAHA. There was a golf course at the old MAKAHA resort. I don't think it's a resort anymore, but I think the golf course might still be open.
There's still a golf course out there. Yeah, it's really pretty. I think that's Paradise Cove is also their luau. Don't go do a luau, though. I always feel like the luau's are overrated.
But where else would you go see hula unless you were coming for a hula show? Speaking of hula, the Keiki hula competition is coming up. So we just had Mary Monarch. Did you get to watch any of it?
Yeah, I did watch a little bit. Yeah, I liked it. It was nice.
All the clips there's still a lot of clips on that Hawaii Now app from Hawaii News Now, which you can actually just go to their website. You don't have to download an app, but you can go see things on their website, all the clips. But I don't know if they're going to stream the Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula show, which is the 19th through the 22nd.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I will tell you that that pop-up makeke.
Yeah, pop-up. Makeke? Yeah, makeke. Which means market. I learned that.
Which means market. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. I got my stuff really quickly. I bought shampoo bars, shampoo and conditioner bars, because I'm trying to like cut down on using so much plastic. Plus, the shampoo bar and the conditioner bar last a lot longer than regular shampoo. But I bought my mom some roll-on scent because I miss like pukake and tuberose and gardenia, all the smells of Hawaii. So we bought a bunch of those. And then I bought some marlin jerky, which was very good. Very, very good.
That sounds amazing. They actually sell some at Costco. Me and my Costco.
Yeah, but this was like a small local business, so I was just like better than Costco. I feel like.
It is a local business. The one that they're selling at Costco, because Costco. Was it the same brand? No.
Oh,
it's a different brand. But I'm really happy that these big stores do work with local vendors to sell their local products.
You can get a lot of cool stuff at Costco that you can only get in Hawaii.
Yeah, just like there is stuff in California that I can only get at the Costco's in California. I have to say, and Costco, I mean, God, we would love you as a sponsor. I don't know if they sponsor anybody, but
doubtful.
They don't need it. But it's like the best membership when I was traveling the mainland because they're everywhere. And when you drive and drive and drive and you need a bathroom, there's always a Costco. You can just pull right over and
That's hilarious. That's how Texans are with Buc-ee's. Like there's always a Buc-ee's nearby and they're known for having the best bathrooms. And fun fact, Buc-ee's was created because the owner's daughter was going to Texas A&M and she said on her drive from their house to there to the university, there was no like clean restrooms or safe place to stop. So they built her a convenience store. And that's how that came about. And now they're like the biggest gas stations in the world.
So they're gas stations.
They're gas stations / market. The one in Katy has like the world's longest car wash and over 100 pumps. And it's just huge. And now I think the world's largest Buc-ee's is out of state in either like Oklahoma, Tennessee, or Georgia. I don't remember. It's like one of those like areas, but everybody in Texas got mad because in Texas you should have the biggest Buc-ee's, car wash, all the things. But apparently not. So all I want to do, if I went to Hawaii, the only thing I would want to do literally is pick shells, lay on the beach, get some sun, and just dip in the ocean. That's what I would want to do.
Yeah, that's easy. And then
just relax.
Eat local fruit.
And eat good.
Eat good things. Eat the things that you can't get everywhere else. So go and find
poke.
Yeah, really fresh fish, fresh poke. I love to go to. Oh, I'm gonna send them to Nico's to go get the furikake ahi.
Yes.
Yep.
I love sitting out on Nico's patio though. So it's so nice.
The one in
then you see all the trolleys come by.
You know that we have one in Kailua.
I know, but it's not the same.
It is not the same. You only get the view of the canal.
Right. Who wants to look at dirty water? Poo-poo water.
But no, I love the Nimitz Nico's location because it has the poke bar area, the little store, plus it has the bar. It has a full bar.
Right. I love the ladies in the store, like the fish market store, because they're just so sweet. I would go into the store and they would recognize me and they were like, and they'd be like, "You want the usual?" Like, and I'd be like, pack it. And they would like stuff as much poke into a bowl as possible, and I'd love them for that. I would always bring it to work and be like eating it, like happy as a clam.
It does make you happy. Good fish, fresh fish. Yeah. Because they're right there. The fish market is literally next door in the same parking lot.
I was surprised at how expensive like fish can be in Hawaii, you know?
Well,
like it's just costly.
And it's costly everywhere.
Anyway, so what else? Oh my gosh, eggs and things down in like Kaka'ako area. Is it Eggs and Things?
Eggs and Things was like the best place to go after you went night clubbing because the clubs would close at 3 a.m. and then you'd wander. You walk, sort of, as best you can. Sort of. No, you walk to the Eggs and Things, which was in the area. There's like a couple locations now in Waikiki, but they make the best breakfast, and they were open. I think they're open 24 hours, but they were open after the clubs were closed.
Well, this one down near like Ala Moana area and things, best macadamia nut pancakes. I still have syrup and pancake mix that I bought like a long time ago. I'm still going to try to make it work.
Yeah.
But the pancake syrup is really good.
Yeah.
Macadamia nut syrup.
Yep.
Yum.
I love macadamia nut pancakes.
How's the mall? Since you've been back there? Like, I love Ala Moana. I mean, there's so much you can do in Ala Moana.
Ala Moana,
like breakfast, lunch, dinner,
is still expanding. They're just not big enough. They're a city block. They're huge. But it's packed.
I don't know where they could expand to.
It's packed. We actually there was so many visitors recently that there was a protest from some of the other islands to limit the amount of visitors coming to the islands.
I think that's fair. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I don't feel like we are fully out of the woods yet in some areas, right? And especially the population in Hawaii is mostly older, right? So I think that's where you kind of get a little bit worried as an island, especially. I mean, what I think a lot of people are worried about is
the kids still aren't vaccinated. The under 12.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are worried about like shutting down the islands again. Because if you guys get to a certain level, you'll have to shut the islands down and then everybody loses revenue again. I mean,
and
I'm sure people are excited that the tourism is up and Airbnbs are sold out and all these things and the hotels are booked out. But I mean, if you guys shut down again, I don't know what your economy would look like.
I don't know either. It was pretty bad.
You guys are still trying to get workers back. Hopefully as things start to get better, they catch up. But that really sucks for tourists to come there. I mean, I think any trip right now costs way more than it would pre-pandemic. I wanted to segue into some news about Disney, and I have like all the tips and tricks for Disney World, Disneyland. But I read a recent article from Disney Paris, and they're basically getting rid of their Fast Pass system, which, if you don't know what that is basically you kind of schedule out when you want to ride a ride, and then you have a ticket or a virtual pass, and you get to be put in the Fast Pass lane. Well, they're starting to weed that out, and they're going to test drive what it's called Premier Access, not to be confused with Disney Plus Premier Access, where you can get movies ahead of time, things like that. So what it is based off of like wait time, popularity of the ride, and how many people are like in the park. and they do an algorithm, and then they charge you per person to get into like the faster line. So for instance, if there's like a 30-minute wait for a ride, you could pay $4 per person to get in the faster lane. Now, if it's like a ride like a Disney World, for instance, that's very long, Avatar Pandora, the ride, and that one is usually a 4-hour wait, give or take. So you would pay, I think the maximum right now is like almost $19 per person to get in the front of the line. But that's one ride, one time. And I was telling my mom about this. You know, she's a big DVC, Disney Vacation Club member, very much into Disney as much as I am. She was like, there is no way in hell I would pay for individual rides unless it was a brand new ride. I've never ridden it. And it was like really good.
Yeah.
You know, the reviews are good. But I was also thinking I would not pay $18 a person to get on a ride.
I don't know what's happening in France and these European vacationers, but I don't think that's going to fly in America. I don't think
so either. I mean, for a family of 4 right now to go to Disney World and have like a 7-day vacation, it's over $10,000, not to include meals, the flight.
Yeah.
I mean, the hotel alone, depending on where you stay, can range from $3,000 to $20,000.
Yep.
You know, if you get a cabin, you get a 2-bedroom villa, whatever. And it's just amazing because the tickets are, I mean,
$300.
I'm gonna go. No,
I think $200, $300.
I think right now for a 5-day park hopper, if you're not military, is for an adult, I think $500 to $600.
But that's for like multi-days, like just for one day.
Correct, and you can like.
I think
one day is like $200. Yeah.
Still $200. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cheaper to get like the multi-day passes where you can park hop, but you still have to make reservations for every park that you want to go to, and you can only visit one park per day unless you make a new reservation. And so me researching the shit out of this, I've decided that, you know, like when I plan our next trip, I have all the days planned out, and who knows what it looks like by the end of the year. But for now, I mean, it's totally different. You know, it seems like the line is really long because they have people still spaced out.
Yeah.
That's what my friend, our friend, Amy said, was that Disney's really great right now because they have people not so close. But as they start to relax a little bit more, people are starting to like invade your personal space. So, and the fireworks came back.
Okay.
Which is really exciting. Exciting news. I no longer have a storage unit, and I finally can be rid of that trend.
Yes.
That I've always had a storage unit in my entire life. I feel like since I've left for college the first time, and now from here on out, I will never have a storage unit again. Yay!
That's
celebration.
A big thing. Yeah. Stop paying rent.
I'm so excited to unpack my stuff because I haven't seen my stuff in a long time, and I have nice things from Hawaii, California, Georgia, all the places that I've ever lived. And I'm really excited just to open it up and remember, you know, memories are there.
Yeah.
I'm also excited to dump half my crap because I know that you've been spring cleaning and me, I want to downsize. Like I'm ready to live
simple
as a minimalist.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to get there. In fact, my big room that is my upstairs living room, that's where I used to do all my hula practice. And so that's what I want it to be again, which means no furniture, nothing. I'm just going to I'm going to treat myself to a really nice new carpet, like an area rug. We don't do wall-to-wall carpets in my house. They just make too much dust. And this is what I found out. So Hawaii, you know, you leave your windows open because of the trade winds. It just cools your whole house. Yep. But it also blows in so much dust. And you got to stay on top of that.
I've been vacuuming the crap out of my new home, and my mom casually was like, "Why are you cleaning your home now when you're still unpacking and everything?" I was like, "I can't stand the mess." So having all that dirt everywhere would drive me nuts. I don't know how you do it.
No, but okay. So this is what my new plan is. So I don't know why. Oh no, I do know why. I have a ton of socks. Like I have 2 laundry baskets full of socks. So I've instituted because my children would ask for socks all the time because they can never find a matching pair. So they're just like, I don't have socks. So I'd have to go buy them new socks. And I was buying them socks like twice a year for pretty much all of their adolescence, right? Now we throw some socks away, but there's still, after I did like a ton of cleaning, I found 2 laundry baskets full of socks. So I said, you know what?
So I'm going to butt in real quick. The number one item that homeless people request are socks.
Okay, they don't want these socks. How do you know? These socks are ugly and stretched out. The good socks?
Well, just pick some socks that you don't need and donate them to your nearest shelter.
Okay. I probably will at the end of it if we get through it. But I told everybody, this is my lazy person cleaning trick. Is I told my family to put socks on every day, and you walk around the house, and the floors will automatically get cleaned a little bit every time.
That's not how it works.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works. Okay, I'm over here with like this really like disturbed look on my face, but you know what? To each their own. As long as it gets clean.
As long as it gets clean.
I love the family. I love the family participation and the group effort.
Have you not gone to somebody's house and they've offered you like house slippers?
No. Not the fuzzy ones with cloth on them either. No.
I have several friends and family that they say put these on when you come in the door. So you take off your shoes.
No.
And you slip on the house slippers, and they want you to help walk around their house and mop.
Yeah, have you seen the mop slippers?
Yes,
yeah, like the dusting slippers.
They all have them.
Oh, and then come on.
It's not me. I don't actually own those, but I was so inspired that I want them.
But now you're thinking about it. They're very cheap on Amazon, I'm sure.
I am thinking about getting the mop slippers for like all of my guests when they come, because you just throw them in the wash and then you have a clean
What's
pair.
that Japanese store down off of it's near Ward Shopping Center? Marukai or something?
Marukai, yeah.
They have them.
It's actually across from OCCC.
Oh, okay.
Your Ward is the pretty side. They are literally across from the prison, OCCC. Oahu Correctional.
Okay, well listen, their slippers, they have those slippers that you want.
Yeah.
Oh yes, for all you tourists out there, here's your PSA. Welcome to the PSA for the episode. If somebody says, let's go to the OCCC, say no.
No.
Whatever you do, just say no.
Who wants to go there? Nobody's ever asked to go there.
I don't know. Some people like end up there because they get drunk and disorderly down in Wikes. So
no.
Just be smart and be like, I know what OCCC means, and I got cred, street cred, yo.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Don't. Yeah, avoid that area. Actually, avoid that area because that area is it's so random to have the jail like right there.
Right there. Well, there isn't a lot of space on the island for a jail, and nobody wants it in their backyard.
Make another like tiny island. They should make a tiny island like the jail, and just have like a ship ferry them over, and then that right there would be prime real estate. They will probably do it in the end. They will probably have to do it. I think they also, because they're overcrowded, like OCCC is so overcrowded, they do send a lot of Hawaiian prisoners to like Alabama and Arkansas.
And Texas.
Fun fact.
Yeah. There's no space. The prison was built for like a certain amount, and it's like triple or quadruple that amount. Incarceration.
You know, I know that the people are incarcerated and things, but they don't need to be treated as such. So it's very tough. Like we could get into that, but I would say,
it's a lot. There's a lot of infrastructure problems in Hawaii. Yeah. That it's not perfect. We're not perfect.
Because there's no space. There's no space. No space. To give you guys credit, there is no space, but you do well with the space that you have. It's just like Hong Kong. They keep building upward because they can't build outward. And you guys are eventually going to have to get rid of that rule where you can only have certain
height limits,
levels of buildings.
We're going to have to go higher. That's the only way.
Has Hawaii like increased its, structural coding, after that tragedy in Florida? Did they talk about that at all? Because I know some of those buildings are very old, the condos. There.
No, because...
And they're also beachside.
There are too many people who own them, and the real estate is so expensive that they would have to buy everybody out of their building.
No, I'm saying, did they talk about it on the news about, the code and like making sure that each building is sound? Or did they not really talk about that? Because I know that's been a hot topic for a lot of condos down here, you know, where you're near the Gulf and everything.
Yeah.
Because you want to be careful, right? Because a lot of these, I think the condo that we have was built in like the early 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, it's not very tall and doesn't have a lot of weight, you know, on it. But still, it's something to think about.
Yeah, I actually don't know. I did not look at that. But I know that the biggest topic that they're fighting for condos, especially the old ones, is to have fire systems, because there was that bad fire years ago at this
I remember
Marco
that.
Polo condominium thing, and they didn't have any.
Did people die?
A lot of people died, and they had it was very sad, and they were just trapped. They were trapped there, and there was no fire suppression system at all, and
And there was no way to escape.
And it was
like the kapuna, right?
Yeah,
Mostly
elderly people.
Oh, I remember that now. Yes, I was there.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
That was very sad. So they're still fighting that to just get them into retrofitted. And people can do it actually individually if their building doesn't.
Did you know Oahu doesn't really have a burn unit? Like a lot of the big cities and states have like a specified burn unit for people.
I'm not surprised.
So they can recover.
We don't
have that. We don't have that.
We don't.
You guys don't do lung transplants either.
No.
You take them, but you don't put them back in.
Mm-hmm. We send them out.
There's a lot of different things that Hawaii, like I was surprised that they don't have, and resources. It's very hard. I mean, it's hard to even gather talent sometimes there too.
Yeah, to get doctors to come here and to work here, where they want to go work on the mainland, they can get paid a whole lot more money, and they can live a lot more.
Well, their money goes
affordably.
further, yeah.
Where here in Hawaii, everything's just so expensive. On top of, you have to pay for like your malpractice and insurance and things like that.
Yeah.
And that all limits your income.
Everything. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. How many doctors do we know that
sad.
are like, they have their practice, but they are like a one-person show? They're the receptionist. They're the billing. They're also trying to take care of you.
That's true.
And they're all, paying their rent. I've had some really great conversations with a lot of really wonderful fellow friends that happen to be doctors. And they're like, I didn't know I needed to go to business school too, on top of medical school.
Right.
And they're kind of learning the ropes while their practice is open.
That's why they should marry somebody who's in business.
Yes.
Or at least train their children to be in business instead of being nurses.
Even at my dentist, actually a few of them, the moms come in. Like, it's mom.
Oh, how funny.
It's like, oh yeah, this is my child.
Oh, it's mom.
Yeah. Like, and so even at my dentist, mom is running the whole reception area and handling the employees and the business.
Honestly, I think my mom would be really good at that too. Like as I start to build, like this crafting stuff that we've been talking about, she's like, I'll run your books for you. I'm like, that's not a problem. I'm going to make a lot of stuff and I'm going to sell. I'm really good at making and selling, but as far as balancing the books, I think that's going to go to my mom.
Yeah.
Your mom would be good at it too, I feel like.
She would. But my child is actually really good with the math and all of that.
Look, let her focus on one thing at a time.
I know. She's like
too many hats.
She does a lot.
It's confusing.
She does a lot.
Well, I want to tell you that moving out to a new place, I get a nice little, whenever I'm still like kind of setting it up and getting everything done. Every time I go there and I'm standing inside my house, I hear a donkey calling. So instead of a rooster, I have like a donkey wake up call.
Oh, he's so cute.
He calls me and he always comes out to see me. The cow is gone.
Okay.
He found its owner. So the wall of cow is gone.
Yeah.
I was very sad because I really enjoyed his company and he was very sweet to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he loved carrots. Churro the burro. I go out there and I call him and I see him like running.
You've made friends. You've become friends.
We made friends. My mom watched me touch him and then he like freaked out and started bucking. And I was like, oh my gosh. He's worse than a woman. I feel like worse than a woman.
And how are the chickens?
Chickens are great. My brother moved a coop, like a little chicken coop out there, so we're going to have to wrangle them. And I was thinking about how we're going to do it, and we're going to have to have you seen like those fishing nets that people like do the elaborate twist and then they throw it and it spreads out like crazy with the weights? We're going to have to do something like that because there's no way I'm going to be able to catch these little things.
Oh. Well, that might...
So I'm going to have to net them.
You might hit them in the head, though.
They'll be fine.
Can't you just lure them there
trust
with food?
The process.
Like you keep putting the food?
No, they run. Next time I'm out there and they're running, I have to video it because I want to show you how fast they are. But what was really funny is one time I drove into the property and they were like running in front of my car.
Oh.
And I was like trying to let them go, right? So I'd stop. They would stop. So I would drive a little bit further and then you see like this little pack of chickens like running in front of my car. And I was like, Mom, I'm hurting chickens. And she was like, you are. They're stupid. She's like, they're so stupid. They're just running in front of your car. And I'm like, I can't get it to stop. Anyway, eventually they went away because I finally just stopped the car and let them run because they were just dumb. They would just keep running in front of my car like I was chasing them or something. I wasn't trying.
Oh, have you ever watched that show Top Gear with the BBC from BBC America?
Yeah, I've seen it a long time ago. Not recent.
And then those 3 guys left to Amazon and did their own show called Grand Tour. And then now they're all done with that. But they all have different projects. But this one of the guys, his name was Jeremy Clarkson. He has a show like about farming. Now he bought a farm and he herded there. I just caught a glimpse of it. Somebody was watching it in my house and as I walked past the TV, and he was herding sheep with a drone.
Oh, that's funny.
And it worked. And he got them into their thing. And you could probably do that. You just scare them around. If they can herd with your car, you can herd them with your car. You can probably chase them with a drone.
I'm not doing that. I'm not buying a $2,000 drone just to chase
They
chickens.
have the little teeny tiny
even though
one
it'd be funny
at Costco that I even want to get. It's like $400.
Okay. All right. That might be okay. We actually want to get a drone so we can see the limits of our like property.
Yeah. You should not only have that for security to go check on anything quickly because they can get out there faster, but it'd also be really great for your brother's business when you want to like get aerial views of a site before you bring equipment in, or to just survey an area.
Well,
so see, it's a tax write-off.
It's a learning process.
You just tell your brother it's for the business and make him buy it.
Well, he's trying to sell his house right now, so it goes on the market Thursday.
Oh, exciting!
Anyway, sorry. Back to the podcast.
I'm really passionate about like putting these together and editing them. I put so much.
I listened to the last podcast and like the sound effects and the groans, and I was like, I really hope people don't think that I sound like that when I get up.
And the laugh.
I was like, I hope they don't think that that's my voice doing that. But I like the scream. Wow! It was funny. I was like, what is she doing?
I had so much fun.
She's getting too crazy. Like you have a button for every like sound and you're just like pushing the buttons.
I don't have it that easy.
No, whatever. I know you want to. You're like beep, 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 beep. Anyway.
That's if we were to do things like live. But you know what? I absolutely love our podcast. I'm having a lot of fun. And I hope a lot of other people really like it.
I can't wait to watch us grow more. Like it's going to explode eventually. And I can't wait to like document more adventures. So like chicken roundup, and making custom crafts that I'm really interested in doing. There's going to be some exciting stuff coming in the future. And I'm very much looking forward to sharing it with you and our patrons and our listeners because it would be really fun.
I'm excited too. I'm excited. We're going to have a new adventure too really soon. And I look forward to like all this change that's coming for both of us.
I know it's a little scary, but change is always good and it will help us grow.
It is. I'm amazed at how many countries have found our podcast. It is so exciting to see that list. And thank you to everybody who's found us. And we'll just keep telling our stories.
Well, on that note, thanks for joining us for another My Tais at Sunset. Please be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and anywhere you enjoy your favorite podcasts.
And until we meet again, ahui ho.